there are some people, the Lakers are making that run, they get it to 14. You and LeBron have that exchange. There are people out there that say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care. He's old. I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
LeBron has more points than anybody in history playing basketball. Mm-hmm. Yes, cool. That does not mean that Dillon Brooks don't show up to compete, bruh.
Wait, so if he tried to stop somebody, that man bust his ass.
Cool, when we went to go do this, he was gone. I don't agree with the answer. What is it? Did you hear what I said when I was making
Oregon too?
Oregon plays hard.
What does that mean?
Everybody who's playing Luka plays hard. Once again, it's about everybody who's guarding Luka plays hard.
We're talking about competition, bro.
The NBA just witnessed something that shouldn't be possible in 2025. A 40-year-old king, the all-time leading scorer, a four-time champion, a living legend, got locked down. And the man who did it? Dillon Brooks, the same player they tried to run out of Memphis, the same defender they called a pest, the same competitor who refuses to bow, refuses to smile, refuses to play the friendship game that's taken over this league.
I don't want to talk much more. Tomorrow's going to be a great game. I'm not here for the bull. I'm ready to play.
And now, the entire basketball world is splitting into two camps. Those who think Brooks crossed the line by targeting LeBron at his age, and those who believe he's keeping the savage spirit of competition alive. This isn't just about one game. This is about what the NBA has become and what it used to be. LeBron James dropped 33 points, a career-high performance at 40 years old. The Lakers got the win. By every traditional metric, LeBron came out on top. But after the game, Dillon Brooks made it clear he doesn't care about any of that. He's not here to congratulate. He's not here to shake hands and exchange jerseys. He's here to compete. Every possession, every night, no matter who's standing across from him. And that attitude just triggered the biggest debate in basketball. Is Brooks a throwback warrior keeping real competition alive? Or is he a frontrunner picking on a legend who's past his prime?
I don't think true competitors are, man. I think we really just out here to compete, man. Give a fuck who you are. Give a fuck about what you've done. Do it now. Do it tonight. And I walk off this court, I give you the thumbs up. Way to play. Way to hoop. Good bump. Next game.
This is the old school NBA talking. Rashad McCants just laid out the blueprint for how real competitors approach the game. It's not about legacy. It's not about titles or all-time scoring records. It's about right now, this possession, this matchup, this moment. In the era of super teams and player empowerment, the league has become soft around the edges. Players vacation together in the offseason, laugh on the court mid-game, and exchange compliments on social media. But Brooks, he's wired differently. He doesn't separate the person from the opponent. When that ball goes up, everyone's the enemy. That's not disrespect, that's competition in its purest form. The problem is the league has conditioned fans to see this approach as hating. If you're not praising LeBron, you're labeled a villain. If you're not joining the congratulations parade, you're considered bitter. But McCants is saying what every real competitor knows. You don't have to hate someone to refuse to give them anything easy. Brooks isn't trying to disrespect LeBron's legacy. He's just not willing to hand him anything on reputation alone.
I think that's what the league has become. It's become a place where if you're not praising, you hating. And if you hating, we don't want to talk to you because you ain't bowing down, you ain't kissing the ring, you ain't doing all that shit. It goes back to guys like Lance Stevenson, guys who made a staple of just being hard-nosed guys. Steven Jackson, Ron Artest, you know, Tayshaun Prince's, where it's just like, I'm here to compete. I ain't here to say nothing, do nothing, smile, nothing. I'm just here to hoop.
This is where the NBA has fundamentally changed. McCants is pointing back to an era where guys like Lance Stevenson would blow in LeBron's ear, where Ron Artest would bring physical terror to the perimeter, where Steven Jackson would talk trash and back it up without apology. Those players weren't trying to be friends. They were trying to win. And the league was better for it because every night felt personal. Every matchup had stakes. Every possession had edge. Brooks is the last of a dying breed. He's not performing for social media highlights. He's not building his brand through podcasts and celebrity friendships. He's building his reputation through lockdown defense, relentless effort, and refusing to give an inch to anyone, Hall of Famer or rookie. The problem is, the modern NBA has shifted the culture so far toward player camaraderie that Brooks looks like an outsider. But he's not the problem. He's the solution. If more players competed like this, every game would matter more. Every possession would have intensity. The product would be elite.
I put all them people to bed too, though, at the same time. There was one point Dillon Brooks was down there out the league because of LeBron, what he did to him. So you can't say that. And another thing I hate is when people come at people, and LeBron 40 years old, man. Pick on somebody else, bro.
Now, here's where the debate gets nuclear. Gilbert Arenas is bringing up the elephant in the room. LeBron is 40. At some point, does targeting him stop being competitive and start being disrespectful? Brooks doesn't see it that way, and neither do true competitors. Age doesn't earn you immunity on the court. If you're out there, you're fair game. But Gilbert's point is valid from a different angle. LeBron already buried Brooks before. There was a time when LeBron torched him so badly that Brooks nearly fell out of the league. He walked out of post-game interviews. He disappeared from the rotation. LeBron broke him. But that's exactly why this matters now. Brooks came back. He rebuilt his game. He became a legitimate two-way player who can score 22 points a night while locking down the opposing team's best player. That's growth. That's resilience. And now he's got the skill set to back up the talk. The question is, does Brooks only show up when he's winning? Or does he bring this energy every night, even when the scoreboard says otherwise?
You got the right mentality, man. From 9 to 99, blind, cripple, or crazy, you can get it. Like, he not deviating in his approach. And I fuck with it. I'm saying, all the little extra shit, yeah, but I get that's him. That's part of it. That's the LeBron shoulder shrug thing, yeah, all of that. I get it, but he coming to compete, right? Each and every spot he's been in, he's coming to compete.
This is what separates Brooks from the pretenders. He doesn't pick and choose his spots. He doesn't only talk trash when he's winning. He shows up every night with the same edge, the same energy, the same refusal to back down. That's what makes him dangerous. That's what makes him valuable. Teams need a guy who will set the tone defensively, who will challenge the opponent's best player, who will hold teammates accountable when the effort drops. Brooks is that guy. The antics? Yeah, they're over the top sometimes. The shoulder shrugs, the stare downs, the post-game comments, it can feel excessive. But that's part of his identity. That's the fuel that drives him, and his teammates feed off it. When Brooks locks in defensively, it raises the intensity for everyone else on the floor. That's leadership. That's culture building. Every locker room needs someone who refuses to let the game get soft. Brooks is that enforcer. He's that edge, and the Rockets are better because of it.
God's point, if we had more people who in our league that approached it that way nightly, it'll be a better product.
Man,
that's why the NFL is a better product.
Brooks?
That's why the NFL is a better product, because those guys take it personal because their jobs is on the line and they're going out to compete each and every snap.
Each and every snap.
Each and every snap is meaningful. So if we took that each and every possession personal, like Dillon Brooks.
This is the moment the conversation shifts from individual praise to league-wide critique. McCants is saying what everyone knows but won't admit. The NBA has a competition problem. Too many nights where stars coast, too many possessions where effort is optional, too many games where players are saving themselves for the next matchup or the playoffs. The NFL doesn't allow that. Every snap matters because rosters turn over fast, contracts aren't guaranteed, and one bad game can cost you your job. If NBA players approached every possession like Brooks does, with intensity, focus, and personal pride, the NBA would be must-watch television every single night. So what happens next? Dillon Brooks just put the entire league on notice. He's not backing down from LeBron. He's not backing down from Luka. He's not backing down from anyone. But the pressure is on now. Every game, Brooks has to prove this wasn't a one-time thing. Every matchup, he has to show that the talk matches the production. Because if he disappears in the next big game, if he gets torched by another superstar, if he walks out of another post-game interview after a loss, then Gilbert's point becomes the story. Then Brooks becomes the front runner who only shows up when things are going well. But if Brooks keeps this up, If he continues to lock down elite scores while putting up 20-plus points himself, he'll become one of the most respected two-way players in the league. He'll become the guy every team wants in the playoffs. He'll become the enforcer who changes the culture wherever he goes. Dillon Brooks isn't trying to be liked. He's trying to be feared. He's trying to be the one guy on the floor who never backs down, never bows, never gives an inch. And in a league that's become too friendly, too soft, too obsessed with off-court relationships, Brooks is the antidote. He's the throwback. He's the warrior who treats every possession like war. LeBron dropped 33, but Brooks made him work for every single point. And that's the message. Age doesn't matter. Legacy doesn't matter. When the ball goes up, everyone's the enemy. The NBA needs more Dillon Brooks, more players who refuse to make it easy, more players who compete like their lives depend on it. Because when that intensity spreads, the entire league elevates. Drop your predictions in the comments. Can Dillon Brooks keep this up, or is LeBron about to remind him why he's the GOAT? Smash that like button if you respect the old school mentality, and subscribe because we're breaking down every heated moment all season long. This is far from over.